YouTube, you know, it's the pregame show before the show,
Show before the show.
before the show, before the show. You know how we do. We got to get the links and all the things
Yes.
coalescing.
We're working on it. It's
Here
not
we
going to
go.
take as long.
Nope.
Hi, everybody. I
Going
see
on, going
here.
on, everybody. Yeah.
About to get it. And it's not just. That's one, two more. Few more.
Yo, what's going on, everybody out there in YouTube land? Thank you for tuning in. This is the pregame show before the show, before the show.
Hi, Keiko. Keiko's the #1 on. She got to get a prize because she be the first one signed on.
Thank you, Miss Keiko. That's it, right, Keiko?
Keiko.
Thank you. We appreciate it. Love.
Let's get it on Facebook. Did you put it on Facebook?
Yep, I did.
Quick. You are quick. You
I
are.
want to make one more post.
And I have one more, and then it's ready.
There we go. Bam, there it is. I'm all done.
It's like should be a race. Maybe I'll have more incentive to be quicker. Wait, watch this.
There we go.
Finished.
Yo.
Finished. I did it. Not too long. Hi, everyone.
Yeah.
I feel like we should start singing like Mr. Rogers' Neighborhood.
Have a little theme song, right?
Won't you be mine? Won't you be my neighbor?
You
guys remember that? Or am I dating myself? Like, really?
No, everybody knows that song.
Everybody knows Mr. Rogers?
Yeah, who don't like Mr. Rogers?
Keiko probably does not know Mr. Rogers.
Oh, boy.
Yeah, I'm sure.
Mr. Rogers. He was the man.
Yeah.
All right. So we got people here. It's me and you today. You know what I'm saying? You ready to give the people what they came here to see, what they came here for? You ready? You ready? You ready?
Sounds like dementia kicking in. I'm ready. I am here. Because we don't have Brother Oreo's not here, so I'm just so.
Right. We need Brother Oreos, man. He gotta come back.
Here, right? Exactly.
Update. If you're watching, update.
Much better backwards. That's ridiculous. Yo.
Yo, what's going on, everybody? If this is your first time tuning in, we're a local online news show. We talk about local, national, and international news. I am your co-host, Frosty McNuggetts.
I am Frosty Knowledge, aka Old English.
Old, got that OE.
I know I should have put OLE English, right?
Oh
I put old. That's how. Don't drink it. I don't know. I tried.
No, I dig it. I like it. I'm gonna have to start doing that too. But what's going on, everybody? Like we said, if this is your first time tuning in, we are a local online news show. We talk about local, national, and international news. As you can see, the hostess with the mostest has some technical difficulties. So hopefully he'll be able to join us later on in the show. And if not, we're just gonna hold it down for Brother Oreos. If you can't make it this week, he will be back on next week. So everybody hit him up on Facebook, let him know you miss him, you want to see him on next week's show, leave comments, all that, let him know like, yo, we miss you.
positive
Yes,
comments. We
yes.
only want positivity.
Yes, that's what we about. We want to let them know we miss them and update, but we miss them. And if you can't make it this week, here we'll be here next week. So with that being said, we're gonna get into our updates. So Miss Knowledge, or AKA Old English, how you got that old English?
The old E. Old E. Yeah.
That,
Brought to you by Old E.
right? So how you been though? How's your week been so far since last week?
Busy, nothing exciting, work. I had a racist send me a video saying he wished he was an overseer and wanted to rape me. He followed me over on Twitter. I think he gave us the thumbs down on the show. I'm pretty sure he came over here. Like, gave the thumbs down.
Regardless if he gave us a thumbs down or not, that means he still watched the show. Which
Right.
means he still got time. Thank you. Thank you. You still gave us watch time minutes. You upped up our score. You made us more visible in the YouTube algorithm. Thumbs up, thumbs down.
Thank you. Racist, hey, we need y'all support too, I guess.
It don't thumbs up, thumbs down,
Thumbs
don't
up,
mean nothing.
thumbs down, it's fine.
Still watch the show.
Yeah.
The minutes still went up.
Right.
We don't care about your negativity. No.
Well, we got him suspended, so that's a thumbs up. So he's gone.
You're out of here.
Yeah, millions more to go. But how about you? That was my week with it.
I'm doing good, man. I got a new car. I got a new vroom.
Yeah, right?
You know
how you're supposed to do transportation if your mode of transportation don't work. Whose quote is that?
I don't know. It sounds
you didn't know last week either, and it was yours. Look at, he still doesn't know. Oh my God, I thought he was joking. It is his quote. We played Who Said It last week. I gave that quote. Last week he did not know it. We told him it was him. Quoted it again.
Brother Oreo said that.
It was his quote. I'm done. I'm leaving this show right now.
No. I thought Brother Oreo said that. He needs to be here. He needs to be here right now.
No.
But no, I got a little vroom. I need transportation. My old car, it literally just it bit the dust on me. I had it. It was like a 02. Had it for a long time. Did what it had to do.
Yeah.
Got me to point A to point Z, but had to retire and get a new car.
Right.
So I'm happy. What I'm saying, I get to pick up my son. Which is good. If I don't have a car, I can't do that. So,
right.
But I'm happy. I'm good. I want to give a big shout out to Auntie. She really helped me down. Helped me with this whole process. I know she's probably not going to see this, but I just want to put it out there in the universe.
Right.
I love my aunt. She's one of the main reasons why I'm in this wonderful state of Massachusetts. So I love her to death. She really helps me out when I need it, and that's what family's supposed to do. You gotta, when you're going through your times and trials and tribulations and just
right,
in that negative part of life when it happens, she was right there, like, yo, don't worry, I got you. So without her, I wouldn't have had a good week.
Right.
So thank you, Auntie. I love you. I appreciate it. Yeah. So that's been my week. That's my week.
That's a good week.
Yeah, man. I got vroom.
Great week.
Right.
I like new things. New things are good.
Always. And again, I want to say thank you to all the usual suspects, everybody in the comment section. Thank you. We missed y'all last week. Yes, you see that? Like, subscribe, and share. You see that? Post it.
I need a bigger sign, but this is to remind you guys to subscribe, thumbs up, and share.
Yes, yes, we did miss y'all last week. Um, it was a great episode. Hopefully, I can go back and watch that.
Yes.
But yeah, thank you guys. Always showing up, showing support. Thank you, appreciate it. Without y'all, we couldn't be where we're at today. And big shout out to all the subscribers that subscribe. Thank you, thank you.
Thank you, usual suspects. You guys are
Yes,
cool.
usual suspects are in the building. Hold on one second. All right. So with that being said, we're going to transition into the next segment of the show. And of course, that is Black Facts.
Black facts.
Black Facts.
Black facts.
Yes, yes.
Facts.
Black History. Black History Month happens once a year in February, but for us, Black History is every day, 365. And so we would like to share a little bit of our history with everybody else. We always learn something new, something great, for, what Black people did, contributed to society, to arts, to politics, to, engineering, any aspect. We've been right there, and we just like to share those bits. So with that being said, we're about to jump right into it. This first brother that we are about to talk about today, his name is Charles Edward Anderson, and he was a meteorologist. He was born today. Yeah, it's been hot. Climate change is real. Global warming, that's still a thing. It's not going to stop just because we have this COVID-19 craziness going on. We got a presidential election going on. The weather don't stop. The weather don't know what we going on. The weather don't know. The weather just blowing. There was an earthquake.
Yeah, in South Carolina. Yeah. We're like north south. I don't remember. It was a Carolina.
It was North Carolina, like in that area.
Okay.
So that's not necessarily weather, but that has to do with the earth.
It does, because how often does that happen? Is that that's kind of crazy.
That was crazy. It was a 5.1 earthquake.
Pretty big.
Yeah, that is very big. So everybody out there in North Carolina, I hope everybody's safe. But yeah, so going back, so Charles Edward Anderson was a meteorologist. He was born today, August 13th, 1919. And unfortunately, he passed away October 21st, 1994. He was born in St. Louis, Missouri. Let's see, he graduated as a valedictorian from Summer High School in 1937. He received his Bachelor's of Science. Man was smart. He was smart. From Lincoln University, Jefferson City, Missouri, 1941. A lot of stuff was going on in 1941, by the way. A lot of stuff.
Was he the first Black meteorologist, or?
Yeah, yes, he was. And I want to save this little bit for last. But again, 1941, a lot of things happened. He was a certified meteorologist from the University of Chicago in 1943. Anders also earned a Master's of Chemistry from the Polyethnic Institute in Brooklyn. Mr. Anderson earned a PhD in meteorology from Massachusetts Institute of Technology, MIT.
That is insane. And you know why that's insane? And I know you have to keep going, but I don't even think that meteorologists of today get that much education. And no shade to them, but I don't think that they do.
No, they might go to school for weather, and he didn't. How many certificates I didn't name?
He's like a scientist. He was more than like a climate guy. He's a scientist, so he's perfect. Oh wow, that's great.
check this out. It gets even more interesting. This dude, Charles Edward Anderson, again, he was a meteorologist, but he was so much more, like Miss Knowledge said, he was a scientist. Check this out. This is where it gets even better. Charles Edward Anderson was the first African American to earn a PhD in meteorology.
Of course, because like who was even thinking about that? That's unbelievable. Oh, kudos.
And it gets even better.
Oh boy. Okay.
Dr. Anderson, he's a doctor. We have to say it right. Dr. Anderson worked at the Chief Cloud Physics Branch at the Air Force Cambridge Research Center in Massachusetts from 1948 to 1961. It gets even better. He served as a captain in the Army Air Force in World War II and was the weather officer for the Tuskegee Airmen Regiment.
Wow.
Meaning, the reason why not only did they not lose a plane, they didn't lose battles because they were skilled pilots.
Right.
And just as important, they had a freaking genius meteorologist,
Right.
weather patterns, how
Right.
high to fly, which direction, because
Right.
all that is integral in flying planes. Which way is the wind coming? Which way is it blowing? Are we flying into battle? Are we flying? Like all of that is
Yeah, now he should have a statue. There should be a statue in his honor.
facts. We might need to do something because
That's amazing.
the Tuskegee Airmen never lost a battle. They didn't lose one. They basically passed all their missions. Like, and again, that's credit to how well those pilots were flying, like their knowledge, being able to move, maneuver, like cat-like reflexes,
Right.
like
Right.
on top of, yo, don't go south by southwest, go north by northeast.
Right.
You get the wind down, you get to come up under, you know what I'm saying? Like, genius. So big shout out to him. Charles Edward Anderson, meteorologist. That's so dope. And the fact that he worked with Tuskegee Airmen is just phenomenal.
Right.
All right, so we're gonna move on. Right now, we're going to go to Baltimore. Talking about some news. Baltimore Afro-American newspaper debuted on today, August 13th, 1892. The Baltimore Afro-American newspaper, commonly known as the Fro. I like that. I like that.
I knew that's called the Fro. That's so dope. That's so dope. What?
No. Is a weekly African-American newspaper published in Baltimore, Maryland. It's the flagship newspaper of the Afro-American chain, and the longest running African-American family-owned newspaper in the United States. Again, it was established in 1892 by John H. Murphy Sr.
Oh, I like this. I like this week's Black Facts.
Yeah, man, there's some good ones in this. There's some good ones. There's some good ones.
Yeah, this is good.
And lastly, we're going to get into healthcare a little bit. The first African-American nursing school opens at Spelman College in GA.
Huh?
So in August 13th, 1881, Spelman College opened up a nursing school for ladies who wanted to become nurses. So big shout out to that. Big shout out to my auntie again. She went to Spelman. Now, she wasn't a nurse, but my grandmother was a nurse, even though she didn't go to Spelman.
Wow.
And she was one of two Black ladies, the only Black ladies at one of the major hospitals back home when she was still in her early to mid 20s. It was her and somebody else, and everybody else was white lady. She was telling me stories where like the patients, the doctors were being rude. And then when they found out like she knew what she was talking about, they was just they was stuck because
Right.
they figured a black lady didn't know anything about medicine, didn't know how to treat people, didn't know like the procedures. But my grandma was like, yo, fuck y'all. I know exactly what I'm doing. And even if your ass is being racist,
I'm
I
still
took
going
an
to treat
oath
you.
to make sure to help your
Exactly.
punk ass.
Exactly.
You know, and so big shout out to my grandma, even though she didn't go to Spelman for nursing. Shout out to my aunt, even though she didn't go to Spelman for nursing either. She did go. Black women, I love y'all. Love y'all. Y'all
Yes.
doing your thing.
Yes.
And so that ends this week's Black Facts. I hope y'all enjoyed that.
I
And
did.
now we're about to jump right into the show.
Let's go.
So unfortunately, um, brother Oreo couldn't make it. We're still holding out. Hopefully he can make it for any part of the show. But for right now, unfortunately, he's not here. So I will do the week sum up. And so a lot of things have been going on this past week since we've been here. Um, lies, and more lies have been told.
Yeah.
Bombs or explosions have happened. And we finally found out who Joe Biden's VP pick is. A lot has been happening, a lot. And I hope that people are aware of what's going on um, during these times. You know, kind of like I said earlier, a lot is going on. You know, presidential election, 89, 87 days away. You know, global warming is hot as hell. Ice caps are melting. I don't know if you guys follow that particular aspect, but some ice shelf the size of Missouri just fell into the ocean a couple of days ago, last week.
Really?
Yeah,
Wow.
and it's hard to keep up with this stuff because there's so much going on. There was an explosion in Beirut. Whole, I don't know. They said it was some chemicals from 6 years ago that was stored improperly. Of course, it's in the Middle East. It's hot, a lot of fumes, and it only took just a spark. Unfortunately, 200 people lost their lives. Tens of thousands more are injured. I've seen the videos from like mad different angles, and it's just people with their phones out or surveillance cameras. But a lot is happening, and we have to be aware of what's going on. Now,
Here too. And where's the explosion in Baltimore or somewhere? There's a
there was another one.
yeah, there was an explosion somewhere. Does anyone know? In the United States, there was one.
See, that's how you know so much is happening.
Like a gas main or something. Like it took up like a whole apartment complex or something.
Oh yes. I did hear about that. It completely it evaporated the building. Like there's a big hole. Like a plane literally dropped a bomb or bunker buster bomb, and those are bombs that go in the ground then explode. There's a massive hole right there. There's a lot, and we still have to be
on the piece that that fell from would you say the ice glacier?
Oh yeah.
I'm still stuck there. Like
The size, I think they said Missouri.
Missouri, that's insane.
It's massive. Now, if you don't know how big Missouri is, Google it because I don't know, but it's a state, and the state is huge.
Exactly. Even if it's a small state, even if it's like Rhode Island, it's still pretty big to be huge. Falling off of like the ice cap. Like what is happening?
There was another. This happened a couple years ago, I think 2 years ago, but a ice cap the size of Rhode Island did fall into the ocean as well. Yes. So a Rhode Island sized iceberg fell in Missouri.
Get Trump out of here. Get in 4 more years, we won't have an ice cap. We gotta get him out of here. Like that's
4
ridiculous.
years, it's
Hey,
gonna be Waterworld. Y'all
right.
ever seen that? You seen that Waterworld?
Well, I haven't. I don't. But I get it.
Yeah, great
I
movie. Dennis Quaid, mid mid to late '90s. Waterworld, great movie. Had the dude. What's the guy's name? I forgot the other actor's name. Like that's the villain. But great movie. Check it out. But that's what we're gonna be living in.
man.
We're gonna be living.
He's here.
Okay, so we got a major update, everybody. So my ladies, my
Breaking
lady's
news.
oldest son just had his first kid.
Oh, yay!
He got a baby boy. He's here. Big shout out to Big Homie. Yeah. So
Breaking news. That's breaking news.
breaking news. This is the first ever breaking news. This is live. Everybody, yeah, we got a new life in the world. It's awesome. Very excited. So yeah, breaking news, y'all. Breaking news. It's a good day today.
Yeah, that's great. Yay. That's
So
awesome.
with that,
Another Leo. Woo! That's what's up. All these
yeah,
Leos.
Kevin Costner. I said Dennis Quaid.
Okay.
It was Kevin Costner. Yes. Yes. Thank you, DA. You the man. You the man. So with that being said, please pay attention to what's going on. We got global warming. We got a presidential election. A lot of stuff is happening, but please stay vigilant. Register to vote. Go out.
Yes.
Support your local post office. If you see a postman or post lady, mailman or mail lady walking or delivering your mail, stop them. Say thank you for their service because what they do is very vital. It's not their fault that the post office is losing money. It's not their fault. It's the Republican Party. They've been doing this for years, trying to get rid of the postal service for their own reasons. But right now, they're raking up the noise because now we more than ever we need mail-in ballots. If you cannot get to your polling station, please register to get a mail-in ballot. Despite everything, please try to get that. They're trying to kill it. If you see them, postal man, postal woman, tell them thank you for your service because what they do is very vital. Despite getting bills that we all hate and stuff like that, it is important because if
It's
you
8 o'clock.
you get kicked out your house. But with that being said, I'm about to pass it over to the one, the only Frosty Knowledge.
AKA Old English.
Old English? Got that old East side.
Oldie English. So here's my favorite part of the show before we get into our, pretty serious headlines. We like to have a little fun just to loosen you guys up, keep your attention a little bit, and see if you pay attention to anything, news, weather, sports. So we're going to play a little game called Who Said It?
Yeah.
You guys ready? It's going to be a little different today. You ready there, Frosty McNugget?
I'm ready.
All right. So what I do is I'm going to read some quotes. Typically, the quotes have been from the week's stories, from crazy politicians, sometimes celebrities. So we're going to mix it up a little bit tonight.
Nice.
All right.
Nice.
So first quote. This is going to be easy. So while you're imitating Al Capone, I'll be defecating on your microphone.
Oh, man, that's my homegirl, Lauryn Hill, man.
We're gonna start easy. It's okay.
That's a classic line. Classic.
We start easy. Thinking of a master plan.
Oh, I know that one. It's right there.
Anybody?
Thinking of a master plan.
No, not Kanye. Someone said Kanye.
Oh, not. It's not the Yeezy. Wait, hold on. 30 seconds. I need 30 seconds. Hold up. I'm thinking. I'm thinking.
Yes, DA got it, but he spelled it wrong. Oh, there you go.
Rakim.
Yeah.
Nice. You got it. Rakim. You
Okay.
got that ikum.
Yeah. Here's an easy one. Don't call it a comeback.
Don't call it comeback. I've been here for years. Ain't that the
Now, come on.
I'm drawing blanks. Like I
Somebody
know
help
the
him.
lyrics. I just can't remember who said them.
Drawing mad blanks. Oh my God.
I blame Oreo because he's not here because he would know
Don't
all
call it
this.
a comeback.
I wouldn't be on the spot.
Don't call it a comeback. Come on.
I'm drawing. Somebody help me out. I'm looking bad. Uncle L.
Yes, Uncle L. LL Cool J. Come on.
Oh.
Mama said knock you out. Yeah. Come on. All right.
I'm just losing right now. What ain't no point?
Right. Okay. Here's an easy one. Damn right, I like the life I live because I went from a negative to a positive.
Biggie?
Yes, if you didn't know that, I was just gonna have someone pop you upside the head because come on. Okay, cruising down the street in my 64.
Snoop or Dre?
No, neither. Cruising down the street in my 64. It's a Boys in the Hood verse.
Oh.
Not Biggie.
Cruising. Oh, Ice Cube.
No, Easy-E.
Easy-E. That's
all right.
Oh.
Yeah.
Dang. Hey, DA, man, you killing it. You and Marie, man. My mind is just, I don't know where I'm at tonight. I'm gone.
Well, here's one. Keiko may know this one. I'm not difficult. I'm just about my business. That's a tough one. You would have to be a fan.
Wait, repeat it again.
Female rapper. I'm not difficult. I'm just about my business.
All right, let me ask you this. Are they mainstream or
mainstream?
Is it Rhapsody?
No. Nicki Minaj.
Oh. Horrible.
Okay, so here's one. Here's what I do know. Whether you like Kamala or not, the current administration is going to unleash a disgusting attack on her, mainly because she's a Black woman.
Joe Biden?
Nope.
Oh.
Here's what I do know. Whether you like Kamala or not, the current administration is going to unleash a disgusting attack on her, mainly because she's a Black woman.
Is that April Ryan? Because I know she had said something earlier.
Come on, Michelle Porter. This one's for you. You said you didn't know rap. Come on, let's go.
Come on, people. Because I really don't know who said that.
Charlemagne. Yes, it was Charlemagne.
Charlemagne said that?
I know. That's when we were surprised. Like he would say something like that.
I would have never thought that. That is not.
Exactly. He absolutely said that.
Wow. Hey, good job for him.
Yeah, couple more. Not Biden. It was Charlemagne. Close, Michelle. Biden, Charlemagne, same thing.
Yeah.
Here's another one. So put a quarter in your ass because you played yourself.
Put a quarter.
Wait a minute. Wait. Let's go back for a minute. Because my sister said Trump. And I'm trying to figure out if she said Trump for put a quarter in your ass because you played yourself or Trump for we got to support Kamala. Like, wait, what? She said
You
Trump.
have to clarify, Miss Iris. That was, you gonna have to clarify that. That's
Trump. I'm trying to figure out which Trump for what. Whether you like Kamala or not, we gotta support her. Oh Lord, put a quarter in your ass because you played yourself. Big Daddy Kane.
that's who said that.
Yeah.
Oh man. See.
Okay, two more. Let's wrap it up. I never ever run from the Ku Klux Klan, and I shouldn't have to run from a black man. Come on, you know that verse.
Yo,
Y'all gotta know that verse.
I'm sorry, everybody. I'm not that hip.
You don't know that verse? I never ever run from the Ku Klux Klan, so I shouldn't have to run from a black man. You don't know that?
Public Enemy?
Kumodi. Now here is the quote of the week. DA, do not answer this. The quote is, well,
Nah.
So everyone knows that there's a new song out right now by Cardi B, whatever, WAP. Are we all clear on what that stands for?
Yes.
Okay. So the quote is, WAP is a symptom of a gynecological problem. WAP is a symptom of a gynecological problem.
Oh, I know who said that. I got this right. That whack don't know what he's saying. Wife ain't never probably been that way. Ben Shapiro.
Yes, Ben Shapiro. He said his wife, she's a chiropractor, told him that if you're walking around with a WAP, then you have a problem. So Ben Shapiro told on himself. That's Mary said Ben Carson. Close. Same person.
Yo, I seen, I'm not a fan of Ben Shapiro in any way because he lies.
Right.
Intentionally. I mean, like, not a lie, you're gonna lie regardless. A lie is intentional, but he lies knowing that, like, he cherry picks the truth.
Right.
He'll look at a situation and then hyper focus on one aspect, and that's it. And then he talks real fast and he shakes his head and then he's gonna do this, and like he's a horrible person. He's not honest in any way, you know. And anyway, I seen that segment where he read the lyrics. Oh man.
He actually read the lyrics of the song.
He read.
So what? So here's the thing. They're so upset about this song and they're reading lyrics, but Donald Trump literally was on that bus bragging about grabbing women in their WAP. Like, he's bragging about it, and then they say it's locker room talk. So if Cardi B is bringing locker room talk to real life, what's the problem?
Exactly.
What's the problem? Apparently y'all like locker room talk. It's insane, right? You know.
I mean, he's not comfortable enough. I mean, he's fake. He's not genuine. Even when he's debating and talking negative about Black people and situations, he can't even do that right because he's not. His arguments are all flawed. Like he speaks, again, he speaks fast.
They're more than flawed. It's dangerous. And as DA just mentioned, he blamed Trayvon Martin for his own death and then had every other white supremacist out here blaming Trayvon Martin for his own death. Like, it's his fault that he was murdered by some crazy lunatic. You know, that's what they do. It's just very dangerous. But those are the quotes.
Mm.
that I have.
Let me get better on my quotes. I gotta get my rap game up a little bit.
Yeah, your rap game is weak. I would have thought it would have been way better than that. Oh
I
my
be knowing the lyrics. I just don't be knowing who be saying them. That's all.
God. Yeah. All right. So, are we moving on to the headlines?
Oh, that was it. No, no,
I
no
mean,
story.
yo, huh?
No story today.
Oh yeah, I have my stories here. Are those my headlines? My stories? What you mean?
No, I thought you was gonna talk about Miss Kamala Harris.
Of course, of my headlines. Like I don't. I'm confused with what you're saying. Can you help
No, I
me?
thought you was gonna get into your topic for the day.
Yeah, my topics. I don't know. You call them topics or headlines? Or yours headlines and mine topics? I don't know. I just call them whatever.
Yeah, well, no, go ahead, go ahead. I thought, yeah, go ahead.
Okay. Yeah, these are my topics. I don't know. Sometimes you say headlines, sometimes you say topics. Maybe yours are headlines and mine are topics.
Yeah,
Whatever.
there you go.
Okay, so I'm talking about some stuff. I know you have Kamala, so I'll just join in with you. But either last week or a couple of weeks ago, we were discussing, how the U.S. government is set up, like how a lot of people don't know the functioning bodies of the government. And it's so funny because this is really embarrassing. So when I got into it, I'm like, oh, shoot, I didn't know something in here because. So let me just tell you, and it's super embarrassing. This is ridiculous, and I'm ashamed of myself. So, so you have the US government, and everybody knows that the president is in charge of a lot of things. Um, but the government is supposed to be set up where he doesn't have all the power, which is kind of crazy. That's why they have like, the House, and then they have the Senate, which is the Congress, and they have like these inspector generals, like for checks and balances. But they weren't prepared for Trump because Trump fires the people and hires people who are yes men who will not hold him accountable. Oh my, sorry. Like, hold on. Every time my phone rings, it comes up on my laptop. I'm sorry. Yeah, so
That
huh?
ecosystem that you in. That's the ecosystem.
It's like I know what happened. Did it just go blank or do I just disappear?
No, you were there.
Oh, you can hear me, but it's just
No, we could see you. There was
oh
just a
really? No, the screen like went blank and it just went pick up the phone. But whatever
oh
the case,
no, we could still see you. We just seen there was a light like in the corner.
oh, so weird, so weird. Right. So that's how the government is set up. Like the president, he's not supposed to have all the power. There's it's supposed to be like checks and balances with the government. The government has three separate branches. The executive branch, which carries out all the laws made by the president. So that's the executive branch. The president is within the executive branch. Then you have the legislative branch. That is the second branch of government. And the legislative branch makes the laws. And that is made up of Congress. Here's what I got mixed up. And this is so embarrassing. I don't even want to say it. I thought I was so confused when people would say Congress and they would say House of Representatives and Senate, because I always thought the Congress, I was getting the Congress confused with the House of Representatives. I thought the Congress, we had the Congress. It did it again.
Might have to put it on do not disturb.
No, you know what it is. And Pharaoh, my grandson, is calling me from another room. And he keeps doing it. And now he's in there saying wrong number, right? I'm going to kill him. When does this happen? Like I'm trying to do a show here and be professional. So we have the three branches of government. The executive branch carries out all the laws. That is where the president is. He carries out the laws. The legislative branch, which is made up of Congress, and the Congress is made up of the Senate and the House. I always thought the Congress was the House of Representatives. Like what I thought when people were saying Congress, in my mind was thinking the House, but it is not. The Congress is the House of Representatives and the Senate. So that is the legislative branch. And then you have the judicial branch, which makes sure the laws are fair to everyone. And that's where Kavanaugh is, and our girl Ruth Bader Ginsburg, they're up there. Yeah. So, right. But it's so crazy because we have these three branches of government and we still are having a hard time controlling that man in the White House, even with this, because it's like they say that we put these branches of government to make sure that, you know, the president doesn't have all the power. But if your group aren't the majority, then he will have all the power. It's like, but the expectation is that the president isn't corrupt. That's the issue here. We're working with a corrupt president because you have the House of Representatives that are supposed to, or let's say the Congress, the whole of Congress, they're supposed to have oversight. The Senate and the president won't let the House of Representatives have oversight. So they're trying to investigate Trump for all kinds of spending. And like the last, what's it called, the PPE that they distributed, they can't even investigate how that was spent because he won't give them any documents that they're requesting. And like no one expected anything like this to happen from any president. No president in history has ever said, nah. Now imagine Obama when they're like, we want to have a hearing on Benghazi. He's like, come find me. Like, what?
They would have been up in arms, a mob after Frankenstein. They would have.
Right, fires, right? They would have been lighting fires and crosses in front of the White House, hanging nooses. Are you kidding me? What are you talking about? No, you're not giving us any documents. What? But Trump says no, and the Senate says no. That's why we're always saying, you know, Trump, you know, voting in the presidential election is super important. But these branches, these people just don't get here by happenstance. We vote these people in. Like they didn't just stumble upon these jobs. You know, Lindsey Graham, Mitch McConnell, these folks are being voted in. We have to get them out. We have to pay attention. We have to vote in every single election, local elections on up. We have to do it. We say it all the time. I say it all the time. Get your children registered. If you know someone with children, get them registered. You can apply if they are 16 years old to have them, at least in Massachusetts you can. I don't know every state. Check your state. You can pre-register your teenagers to vote in these elections. Like there's nothing else to do. You just pre-register them. When they're of age, they're going to send you where your child is supposed to vote. So you have to do that. Mail-in ballots, get them done. Mine are right here. This is for the Senate. I think Ayanna was on here as well. What's his name? Markey, and some other folks that I had to look up real quick. But you know, I got to put these back in the mail. These are due September 1st, so I want to do it early. And you touched on it in your opening. They're attacking, and that's my second part. The Postal Service is being attacked right now. You know, they're trying to suppress our votes because Donald Trump knows damn well that if he were leading right now in the polls, he wouldn't be attacking the post office. But he knows that he is literally losing everywhere, so he has to stop us from voting. And he knows that people are afraid to go out and vote because of COVID. So what he did was he fired the Postmaster General a while ago. No one talked about it. He did it under the table. Now it's coming to light what he did. That guy had been gone. As a matter of fact, I think he was a black man, was the postmaster before, and they fired him, put this big Trump donor in there who is literally defunding the post office right now. So if you are applying to vote by mail, check your deadlines. Every state is different. I've already gotten my application. This is Massachusetts, and so I've already sent it back. That's why I got the ballot for, this isn't the presidential election, but this is whatever is coming up, the Senate and things like that. And that's through September 1st. Huh? Yeah, absolutely, absolutely. So you got to check your dates and make sure that you're getting this stuff in early. Do not wait until the last minute. And as a matter of fact, if you're mailing in your ballot, you don't have to mail it in. You can walk it in. There are ballot boxes, or you can walk it to your town hall, but just get it there and get it there ahead of time, because they do not accept ballots after the date.
I'm glad you brought that up, because that was actually something I was going to bring up as well. Because Trump and his administration, the guy that he appointed for the head of the post office,
Right.
aren't. So there's two parts. One, this has been a 2 or 3 phase attack on the post office, and the first part of their attack started when George Bush was in office, and he made, which makes no sense whatsoever, but he made the post office the only company ever in history, ever, right now, they have to pay $75 million in retirement money for employees that don't work there, that they've never met. The government told the post office, we want you to pay for employees that you have not hired. Yes. And because of that, they have to now pay the government, which means they're losing money. When you hear Trump say, oh, the post office never makes money, before Bush made them sign this crazy ass deal, the post office had $90 million plus. The moment they signed that bill, all that money was gone in like 5 years, because they have to pay for employees that don't even work at the post office. That was phase one.
I don't even understand that.
It's a way. It's a way to, if they have to pay for people, they don't, for future people, they don't have the time to save and pay the people now. They have to cut jobs. They have to lay people off, which means kind of like right now, back up on mail, delays.
Which is interesting, because Republicans vote more by mail.
They do.
He's actually suppressing his own voters, but I guess he's willing to take that chance.
There's more people, more Trump supporters who don't wear masks, who don't care.
It's just out here.
That will go out and vote versus the people who actually may care and who do vote by mail. Just like how you said, they have to do it now, because if they get the mail after, of course, they're saying they're not counting that.
Right.
So with that being said, yes, that's going to hurt some of his base, but there's more people who don't care about the virus, again, who don't wear masks, who will go out to the polling places and kind of like balance out the people who have to stay home, and they'll kind of be that like, yo, we're out here, you know what I'm saying? Like, that's how I look at it. I may have my conspiracy hat on, but that's how I look at it. Like, there's more people that follow him, who don't care, who will go out and vote.
But you know what? It seems that the Democrats are they're motivated right now, and they know what's going on. And I hear, and I know, if I was in a swing state, if I was in Pennsylvania, Ohio, Michigan, I would stand. I would go. I wouldn't even trust it, right? You know, we're in Massachusetts, so we're easy. We're not going to have a problem with our mail like that. Like, we haven't really had a problem. But those swing states, those battleground states, oh, I would stand in line. And people are saying that. I heard this woman say that the other day. Like I think she was in Georgia, and she was with her baby before when she was voting in some primary out there in the rain, sitting with an umbrella with her baby, and she was like, "I'll do it again." She's like, I will do it again. She's like, as long as it takes, I'm gonna do it. And I think that that's how everyone is thinking. Like, so, and don't forget the Russians. They're still there. No, they are still there. Russians have not gone away. And that's another piece of the suppression tactic because
Arabia.
right. So what Kamala, Russians have already put out there from before when she was running for president. Kamala puts black people in jail. There's no backup to that. Nobody knows anything. But if you hear people on Facebook talking, that's the only thing that they can say, but they don't even know where it comes from. So just be careful with the information that you are reading and sharing and subscribing, because I swear folks will share and subscribe conspiracy theories before they share and subscribe to our show. I don't know. I don't understand why that is a thing. Right? Huh?
We might need to have like a conspiracy theory at the top of the show, and then we end the show with a conspiracy theory. I think that's what the people want.
Right? Is that what they want? Y'all want? Well, okay. Well, here's one that sounds like a conspiracy theory, but it is not a conspiracy theory. And this is my last thought of how Trump is trying to suppress the vote. He is using Mr. Kanye West, aka Ye, to suppress the vote. And I know I kind of thought that in the very beginning, but now it's a proven fact that he's being used, and not even being used because he knows that this is what's happening. So Trump sued a TV I don't know, station or radio. I think it's a TV station, a small TV station in Wisconsin, because they played a negative ad about him. He doesn't sue to get anything from it. He just sues so he can say, I'm suing this company because this is what they did. So Wisconsin, he wants that. So he wanted that publicity in Wisconsin of him sticking it to the media, whatever. But his attorney that worked for him in Wisconsin, Trump, is also Kanye's attorney that's helping Kanye get onto the ballot in Wisconsin. So Trump is running simultaneously Kanye's campaign and his campaign, because all Kanye is someone to divide and pick off some black votes. Because see, Trump, he's individual number one. He's still a named co-conspirator in Cohen's indictment. He knows.
That's how we need to refer to him from now on. Individual number one.
Yeah, individual number one knows that the minute he is a regular citizen, he's in trouble. The only reason that he's not in jail now or wasn't indicted, remember Mueller said, was only because he is the president. That is the only reason. So he is fighting like hell. And Kanye, I'm just done with that. I'm over it, because you're really letting yourself be used. You're not going to be president, but you're just here. And his party is the birthday party. Like, what's that? A nod to birtherism? I'm so confused right now. But literally, Trump's attorney is working for Kanye West. And Kanye now, check out what's happening. You have to have a certain amount of people sign for you to even get on whatever, the ballot. So they're finding that his signatures are fake. When someone started looking into it, so they're taking Kanye to court. And some states, he's just like, never mind. Because he knows. Like, he knows it's all a farce. Like, people pay attention. Pay attention to what's going on. Like, it's real, and everything has some type of underlying reason of why it's happening. Trump is not doing anything to help us. He signed this executive order, right? That just for show. He wanted, because he knows that Congress is at a stalemate right now. And the only reason Congress is at a stalemate And mind you, the House of Representatives had already passed this bill to help us again for COVID. They passed that a long time ago. It passed the House. The Senate is holding it up. And they're holding it up because the House wants to help the post office. They want to bail out the post office. And the Senate does not want to. Why? Because they want our mail fucked up. That's why. So Trump is like, I'm going to look like the great white hope, and I'm going to sign an executive order that means nothing, but I'm going to just tell you guys that it means something so everyone can say, well, Trump's trying to do something. Then he started off with trying to give what? Unemployment, people who are unemployed, $300 extra.
400, whatever. It doesn't matter.
Right. It didn't matter. But even his fakeness had underlining things in it, right? We all know it was fake. But he's like, I'm gonna give y'all $300, but the state has to give the rest. Yeah, so he wanted each state, right? That the states don't even have that money because they're trying to figure out what to do with the schools and getting cameras and you know, social distancing and Chromebooks for every student in their district. Like, the states don't have money to pay into unemployment, and he knows that. And he also did not address the post office. But, you know, pay attention, people. They're trying to suppress our votes. Our ancestors fought for these things. Black people don't fall for the okie doke. We got to get out here. We got to support Kamala Harris. You know, feel how you want to feel about her, but you know, she has worked hard to get where she is. She's smart, she's intelligent, she'll do great. You know, she's a member of the AKA. I used to babysit for them when I was a kid. They're dope. Yeah, she graduated from Howard. Yay. So vote. That's my takeaway here. You guys just vote.
Right. Well, we're getting down to the last little bit of the show. I'm going to finish up with my couple headlines and then give you my closing remarks for the show. But just kind of taking the lead from Miss Knowledge, just like she said, Kamala Harris, the first Black lady and first East Asian lady
right,
to be elected or picked as vice president. So she's hitting two demographics. That's awesome. Kind of like with the whole, the next biggest population in America that's going to bring in more, not bring in votes, but just the next biggest voting demographic is
not just Black though. She's Caribbean, not just Black, like Jamaicans, you know, yeah. Jamaicans and Michelle. That's a lot to support there, you know.
Yeah, no, it's a lot. It's a lot.
Yeah.
So don't sleep on Miss Harris. I heard somebody say, you know, despite, you know, her record or kind of like what Miss Knowledge said, despite what you may think, let's get them in office. We can still hold them accountable when they get in office, but we can't hold them accountable if they're not in office. Right. So,
and we can't hold Trump accountable at all. So,
so you know, it's very important that regardless of how you may feel about Biden, about Harris, regardless, right now we need to get Trump out of office. Once we get them in office, Joe Biden and Kamala Harris, we will then hold their feet to the fire. The moment they fuck up, we calling them out. But we can't do that unless they get in first. And we definitely have to get Trump out. Just like Ms. Knowledge said, we can't hold him accountable for shit. He will, his bob and weave game, yo, I'm sorry. Yeah. He got a master class. He be bobbing and weaving, and people be throwing some good jabs, some good hits, some good information. Be like, yo, see, boom. He just be like, what? What? Can't touch this. Like, his bob and weave game is mean, y'all. Is mean, and we got to get him out, because if he stays in another 4 years, He may potentially get rid of Social Security,
Yeah.
which means shit. We all doomed now. The climate's gonna get
Pretty
even
close
worse.
to get my Social Security too, so I need that.
Yo, a lot of the things that like dire, like we will literally be. He will be an authoritarian dictator if he gets another 4 years, because a lot of his policies are for the super uber rich and fuck everybody else. Mitch McConnell, unfortunately, is leading in his race to get reelected against that lady, the pilot. I forgot her name,
Oh, I don't remember, but yeah.
but we have to. People in Kentucky, please vote for that lady so we can get Mitch McConnell out of office. That's another person we need to get out, because he will block any and everything. Like his blocking game, he on par with Captain America. That shield,
Yeah.
yo, he blocks any and everything. And the stuff that he does pass through doesn't benefit none of us. It only benefits him, Trump, and the uber rich. That's another person we got to get out. But please vote for Joe Biden, Kamala Harris. She has a long history, very smart, has done a lot of things. So please just do your research. I'll have links to different articles talking about Miss Harris, so you can get a better picture and about her just in general, if you never heard of her, and just to understand her policies and things she stands for as well. So yeah, big shout out to Kamala Harris.
Yes.
Let's get it. My second headline, and this is the total opposite. This is the total opposite of everything pure, beautiful, and true that we just talked about. This lady right here, oh man, she got her tinfoil hat on, and I'm talking, it's massive. This lady's name is Marjorie Taylor Greene. She's ran for office in the 14th district in GA in Georgia. And this lady is the biggest QAnon, like basically the Republican Party found the craziest batshit person.
I think everyone knows QAnon. Everyone knows.
So if you don't know what QAnon is the conspiracy theorist in the Republican Party. And when I say conspiracy theorists, they like dogs fly and cats. I don't know. Just the craziest thing you can think of, that's QAnon.
Right.
Like crazy.
I think that doctor wasn't that doctor that said alien DNA or something like that?
Yeah.
Yeah, that was a QAnon, right?
If you think alien DNA is being used in medical devices today, it's QAnon. Right. If you think ET is really the president of Brazil, that's QAnon. Like, I'm talking like real batshit crazy stuff. Unfortunately, I don't know what was going on. This lady, Marjorie Taylor Greene, she wears the dress, she wears the hat, she subscribes to the monthly subscription. Like she's a full-blown, yes, Pizzagate. Yes. Thank you, DA. Pizzagate.
Wow.
I can't, Pizzagate. That's her. She just got elected to office. She's in Congress right now. This crazy batshit lady, no disrespect to women, but this particular lady right here, crazy. This is why we need to vote, people, so we can get people like this out of office. I don't know how she's in.
Yeah, and it's like people don't understand how this hurts us, right? And it's interesting because my daughter was telling me, she was talking, make it short, to someone who doesn't vote. It's like they don't get the connection that it hurts us, particularly Black men. I mean, Black women too, but you know, especially Black men, if you're being thrown in jail at higher rates, these things, it makes a difference. I just told you that, you know, certain branches makes the laws. Certain branches passes the laws. Like this is important. And then the judicial makes sure that the laws are fair. But if we're putting nutcases in the judicial branch, how are they making sure that it's fair? If we're putting racists as Supreme Court justices, how is that going to be fair to the LGBTQ community? How's it going to be fair to Black and brown people? It's not. That's why we say police, and the president is the one who appoints the judicial branch. Ugh, awful. It's awful.
Yo, so I'm getting more. We're gonna have to wrap the show up. I
I
do
know they
apologize. I
got
will
babies.
my closing arguments, my wrap up, because I'm getting flooded with baby pictures. I apologize, everybody out there. I was about to go in. My
You're like
last,
a granddaddy. You're kind of like a granddad.
we won't get into that. We won't get in. We won't get into that.
I noticed you didn't say it, but I'm like, but you're a granddad. Like, you are.
We won't get into that.
He's not ready. He's not ready.
Already, it's okay. I'm a grandma.
Yo, but no, everybody, thank you so much for tuning in. Um, this has been a dope show. I hope you guys, well, I do a quick wrap up. Um, with everything that's going on, there's still hope. There's still a light at the end of the tunnel. And the only way that we can get there is if we get there together, meaning we all have to push each other. We all have to tell your friends, your kids that are old enough to actually register and get out there and vote, as well as pre-register. We have to do this together. This virus, COVID-19, that is affecting everybody here in the States to across the globe. We are in this together. We have to get, we have to have better leadership. We have to have people that actually care about the average person, not just the super uber wealthy. They're good. You know, they got their own issues. Yes, we all have issues that we deal with. The difference is they're in a place where, yes, they have issues just like everybody else, but they're in a place where they can sit back and think and plan and figure out how they're going to make their next move and, you know, solve the issue. We don't have that luxury because the moment we sit back, we get comfortable. We can't get comfortable because we got to wake up and go to work tomorrow. We don't have the luxuries that the uber rich have. And the people that are in office are making it so easy for them to just do nothing. And us have to work. We can't even retire properly. If this dude gets elected, they may take away Social Security. No more 401k. Nothing that will help you after you get to that age where it's like, you know what, I'm tired. I worked half my life. You know, I want to spend time with my kids, grandkids, whatever. You won't have that option because the system, the things that are in place won't make it easy for you to do that. And if you are able to, the money that you do have will only be what you are able to save. Hopefully you're making, hopefully you had a good job, you know, making a decent amount enough money to where you can save and still be able to maintain your bills and live your life and support your family. We have to come together and know that hope is still alive. You know, we can still fight this, not just the disease, but the people who are the disease. Trump, his administration, evil people who only care about money. And we need to have people who care about people, you know, small businesses, the Black and brown community, public school. And that's major. Betsy DeVos is a horrible person. He's never been to public school before. She doesn't know what public school is. You know, all these are intertwined and interconnected. And we're all in this together. From COVID to the next presidential election, to climate change, we're all being affected. And the only way that we can get through this, if we come together, support one another, again, like we always say, register to vote, get out there, let's get Joe Biden, Kamala Harris in there, and then we can hold them accountable. But that's all I got. That's my sum up. I hope you guys enjoyed this show. Please, thank you, usual suspects.
Thank you, guys. Thank you. Thank you.
Yes, we love you. We love you. Platonically. Love. Platonic love. Love. All that.
No comment.
Yo, but I hope you guys have a good rest of the week and a good weekend. Brother Oreo will be here next week to give you his insight into what's going on, and sum up and all that. Knowledge gonna have some more quotes, some more stories, and I, of course, will have more headlines.
Yes.
And I ain't got no hairline. It's gone. Y'all see that? Y'all see that? It's gone.
Oh my God. Bye, Grandpa.
Yo, have a good night, and we'll see you guys next week.
Good night, guys. Usual suspects. Thank
Yes.
you.
Peace.
Bye.